All right, so who is the Investor Boardroom? And what a great question, right? But before we get into that, take a quick second, if you could, go ahead and like this video for us. So this is going to be incredibly helpful. YouTube's algorithms, they're always looking for content that has a lot of likes there. They consider that to be good content, and that will then help this message reach more people. So if you've gotten any value from this video or any of the other videos that we put out, go ahead and smash that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel. This way you can be notified whenever we get any new pieces of content, new videos that we're releasing. Our goal is always to share information about real estate, about investing, about real estate investing, with the ultimate goal of helping each and every one of you become better investors and get closer to what I believe is really one of all of our shared dreams and goals: financial freedom. So, that being said, who is Investor Boardroom? Now, this is a phenomenal question, okay? I am a huge believer in real estate, specifically residential real estate, and even more specifically, multifamily residential real estate, okay? Phenomenal investment vehicle. Whether you're invested with my team and I or not, I personally think that everyone should have exposure to real estate in their investment portfolios, okay? Now, that being said, the reason I think it's important to go over who we are here at the Investor Boardroom is the person who is running the deal, whether this is a single family house, a rental, a fix and flip, a strip mall, or a commercial multifamily apartment complex. The team that is responsible for operating and running that deal, in my opinion, are one of the most important parts to the ultimate success of that deal itself, and also obviously then the investment itself, right? So the team is a super duper important factor here. So, Investor Boardroom. So, we're comprised of myself, my dad, Wayne, and another partner by the name of Charles Seaman. Now, my dad and I had dabbled in real estate together before we actually got into the large multifamily syndication space. I've been an entrepreneur really forever. I was running a direct sales business essentially straight out of college. So really from the day that I've graduated from college, fast forward almost 2 decades now, I've been entrepreneurial really since then. My dad is kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum. My dad is a finance and accounting background, okay? So somebody who's entrepreneurial, we don't mind lack of clarity, right? There's a lot of chaos going around. That stuff doesn't bother somebody who is a typical entrepreneur type personality. My dad, on the other hand, hates uncertainty, right? This man is totally motivated by safety and security. So he had always wanted to go into business and never did it, never took the plunge, right? He was working in corporate America. He retired a couple years ago. His last position was that of CFO. He was the chief financial officer for a regional pet retail company out of the Northeast called Pet Value. At the time he was there, they were the third largest pet retail company in the country, okay? So my dad was the CFO there. He is a CPA. He has his master's in taxation. He was involved with Pet Value and the prior company. He used to work at Clark's of England, Clark's Shoe Company, Bostonian, if you've ever heard of any of those brands. Both of those companies, he was involved in their retirement committees, okay? So the committee that determined and made the selections for retirement plans for their employees, he was a part of both of those. So my dad has a ton of corporate experience, a ton of investment experience, a ton of experience within finance and accounting. And actually one of his jobs at Pet Value was he was integral in their expansion plans. So when they were looking to expand into a new store, They had all kinds of data that they were looking at, projections in terms of the type of revenue that a new store would generate. And so he was looking at that new location from an income expense standpoint, if that investment was worth going through with and opening that new location. So his experience there tied in really, really well to what we were doing at the Investor Boardroom, right? Ton of finance knowledge, ton of underwriting, determining growth and expansion plans. So that parlayed really, really well. My business partner, Charles, we met Charles, my dad and I, actually through a real estate guru program, okay? My dad and I invested like 50 G's to go and to learn how to do multifamily apartment syndications. Our business partner, Charles, had invested like 30 G's or 40 G's or something like that. So between the three of us, we've spent like $70,000, $80,000 to learn how to go out and do these kinds of deals. But so we met Charles at these various guru trainings, had lunch with him, had dinner with him, chit-chatted, had phone calls together. We were kind of, Charles was trying to build his business. My dad and I were trying to build our business at the same time. And we realized that we each, Charles possessed some strengths that my dad and I didn't possess, and vice versa. And so we decided that, after some time and after several conversations, that it made sense for us to team up and to work together. Now, Charles has an awesome background. So this guy was working in Manhattan for a commercial real estate investor and entrepreneur. So the gentleman that he was working for actually started out as a commercial plumber in New York City. He landed some government contracts. They were some really big commercial plumbing jobs that he landed over time, generated a lot of income, right? And his boss then was able to take that income and go out and buy investments, buy real estate, buy other types of businesses. And Charles was essentially this guy's right-hand man for like 14 years. So he was involved in commercial plumbing jobs in New York City. So if you're talking about project management and dealing with government red tape and bureaucracy in order to get permits and whatnot, like Charles has got a ton of experience dealing with that. He's also had a lot of experience helping his boss run the various commercial real estate investments that he had made over time. And he also helped with the management of the other businesses that he acquired. So Charles has a wealth of oversight, project management, analysis, and just day-to-day operations experience that he was able to bring in. And as I mentioned, I'm really more of the entrepreneur here, so I'm bringing in more of the marketing, the branding, the team building, the visionary, the growth mindset, right? And so the three of us, we really believe, me with almost 20 years of entrepreneurship experience, 8 years full-time real estate investing experience, my dad, 30 plus years in corporate America dealing with accounting and finance, that realm, right? And then Charles with his experience, 14 years in the commercial real estate space, that we've got a really, really great and great amount of experience, but also really different experience, right? That makes us a really well-rounded, well-versed team. We're super excited as we continue to grow this business. We go out, we find more deals, we provide more opportunity to our growing staff, as well as to our growing investor base. If you are interested in investing in multifamily apartment complexes completely and totally passively, you should absolutely check out our website. It's the Investor Boardroom, just simply investorboardroom.com. You can check us out there. We'd love to chit chat with you if you're interested in learning more about us or more about some of the investment opportunities that we have. Take care.